Welcome to the heart of Sooner Nation, Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. And if you aren't familiar with the saying, Boomer Sooner, you will be soon enough. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game, as we'll see a squad from the ACC, the NC State Wolfpack, taking on a team from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Sooners will kick it away to start us off. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Wolfpack offense comes out to get things started in this one. And here he comes, and you may think that you can take a wide receiver out of the game plan, but Jesse, with this guy, he sort of believes, I'm him, I'm the dude.
Yeah, and he gives defensive coordinators nightmares too, I swear. When you watch this guy's highlight tape, man, he scares you to death with his speed. He can take the top off the defense. He can change the game, David, on any given play.
And so how many different ways can I continue to give him touches? You know, they're going to split him out wide. I'd hand him the football. I'd throw it to him quick. I'd throw it to him deep. This is a playmaker that will be featured.
There's always that issue of conference pride, of keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time names.
Yeah, they really do, David. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all off-season. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, as a quarterback, it's going to be tough throwing comeback routes against this guy. He does such a good job breaking on the ball, and he's able to swat it away.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Got it set up on the outside. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to hear that had push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Not able to pick up that first down, David, but if I'm them, I'm going again right here on 4th.
And I think you knew that on 3rd and 2, short yard situation. You got it close to 4th and inches. Now we're going to get this first down.
I think coming into this season, they thought in order to have success, we have got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a golden opportunity right now to finally break the seal.
I think it would be great if this offense leaned on their run game more in the red zone. Leaned on their back, man. Give it to him. Let him do his thing. He hadn't even gotten the end zone yet.
And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. The Sooners offense has its first opportunity of the day. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
The Sooners want to move quickly. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Dropping back, it's Trevino. Firing to the right, complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. They get to the line quickly.
It's a really nice throw. It's so impressive watching this Oklahoma passing attack now. You think back to Bob Stoops taking over as head coach in 1999 and bringing with him the air raid offense, a style of passing attack that...
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Avoids pressure. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down. And the Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Here's the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Trying to get to it. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Extending the play. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And they can't make the play on third down. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
They'll run it from the gun. Still on his feet at the 45. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They're getting this guy lathered up. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. To the ground with the back. He breaks a tackle. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. From the gun, the running back has it. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. New set of downs after that completion. Reads it, fires complete. On the move at the 30. Racing down the left side. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina State. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Oregon State overcame a tough opponent, and not only that, a raucous crowd. The Beavers tuned out all the noise and showed this team can win on its field, your field, or a neutral field. Well done. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. A great Oklahoma running attack will bring a tear to the Boomer Sooner Nation eye, thinking of guys like Billy Sims.
And where it all started was always the ground game and the toughness, and you never question that. In Oklahoma, they got to get to that. They got to be that. They got to live that if they really want to build on what they used to be and bring that tradition and build some of that tradition in the SEC.
To the air, it's Trevino. The throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. You know, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
On second down, looking to throw. He's going to run it. Running to Green. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The Sooners are in the hurry-up.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Thrust that arm out. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Looking to pass inside the red zone. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle. Wide receiver shows motion. On the move. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking downfield, it's Trevino. Unloads to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. The holder will put it down on the right hash. A 33-yard try. Just drives it between the uprights. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Running with power. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the 1st down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. It's complete to the left. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. NC State will line up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive game.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, NC State. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. So they got the touchdown now, going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the 2nd half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the 2nd half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Quick strike complete. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. To throw, it's Trevino. Fires to the big fella. The Sooners get enough for the 1st down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, 1st down.
The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Pocket starts to collapse. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And the Sooners will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, NC State.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On second down, wants to throw. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
You see these windows, they're getting smaller and smaller to throw into. Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a hand in there and knocking that ball away.
Make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Showing the arm strength down the left side. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. A fair catch is made right at the 50. Great field position for the offense. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Corner's going to give them room. To the air on first down. Unleashes one deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
North Carolina State will kick it off to open the third quarter. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring goal.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line getting set on second down. Might as well stick with him. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Going to try to get it himself. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain. The Sooners will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Feeling some heat. Going to try to pop one on the screen. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 3rd and 3.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Pulls it in. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
A lot of times it's hard to see those linebackers coming down late and blitzing through a gap. The offense did a really nice job getting a hat on a hat, blocking up front so the running back could get some.
Headed to the end zone. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
What a great job defending the comeback there by the defender, right? He was able to squat, transition, break on the ball, and knock it down. Could not have played that better.
They're trying to get to it. Safe completion on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wolfpack! PAT unit on the field. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Now on 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Trevino. Quickly out to the tight end. Makes the catch, and he's brought down. The Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through some pressure.
brings up second down.
Trying play action. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Snags it down the right side. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Right back to the well. Brought down after a 5-yard gain down to the 7. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On second down, he'll fire. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. First and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. Tough run across the 5. He'll get it all the way out to the 8-yard line.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Not much room there. They'll give him one to the 9. You've got a third and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. From the gun, wants to pass. And that third down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up. Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. He gets it away from his own end zone. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
The Sooners will hustle for the line.
Second down.
To the air, it's Trevino. He's got the back in the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll pull it down. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down.
Defense in that situation just has to know to stay in their lanes. You know, it's hard enough to get this guy down on the ground, but you just can't let him escape. You got to build the fence. You got to build the cage, keep him in the pocket, and that time he was just able to use his athleticism to get outside and go pick up the first down.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. He's looking for an open man on second down. The quick out. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He caught it. Oh, and he Thought he had a chance to house him, but the defense tackles him at the 3.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Dropping back, it's Trevino. Steps away. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And how about this defense taking care of business? Keeping that guy under 200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too, and this has been an absolute beatdown.
And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
One play in this drive and already out to the 41. It's 1st down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the back. Hard running there. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a 1st down and a pickup of 10.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the 4th quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long, setting the tone.
Touchdown, Wolfpack! And the punishment has been extended.
And how about this offense? Another scoring drive. Great job. They seem to be in a much better rhythm than they were a week ago. They're 0-1, lost week 1. They could have gotten down on themselves. I like the way they bounced back. Now they're going to be 1-1 with this performance.
Oh, no guts, no glory. He's coming out of the end zone. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Sooner offense returns to the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then the defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football-type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Coming after it. Trying to make magic with his feet.
You know, it doesn't matter how talented you are as a quarterback, how accurate you are, how athletic you are. If you're on your back most of the day, it's going to be very hard to win the game. That's been the case for this guy here today. He's been under pressure. He hasn't been in rhythm. He's thrown an interception. This has just not gone his way.
On the double.
Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. Looking for a man. It's Trevino. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
And they get him again. This is a offense that you expect them to protect their guy. I mean, he is a dude that you know if you give him time, he's going to make plays. But this defense is making sure he's not getting that time.
It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's taking a deep shot. Fires the pass. Intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop it. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, it will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like, when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.